Hello, Karthwastern. Now that I think about it, I probably should have looked up this shrine ages ago. Actually, I probably should have looked up this shrine whenever I initially came to Karthwastern. I think that there was, it was a quest for me to go in and, like, what was it? Oh, yeah, that's right. The Silverbloods hired mercs to try to force the landowners to give up their mine. God, that was a while ago. Anyways, I probably should have come up the hills behind the town here back then, because, I don't know that it ever got cut into an episode, but I did meet one of the Afflicted on the road at some point. An Afflicted Breton, and, how many? Just one? Oh, okay. Yeah, but I met an Afflicted Breton on the road who told me, oh, Peryite, you know, blah, blah, blah. Go see Kesh. I believe Kesh is his name. I remember it well. Seems a lot like this is Peryite Shrine, but it's abandoned. I remember Kesh well because, one, it's a weird name, and two, I never meet the guy. Like, I know that I've done this quest, but at the same time, I've never dedicated it to... Like, I know that I did the quest. It's one of those weird situations where you're like, now, I know that I did all the daedra Lord quests because I counted it up at some point, but I cannot remember the contents of some of those quests. Some of them bite you in the ass. You know, it's like the one for Clavicus Vile, where it's just like, what the hell? There's a talking dog. You know, so you don't forget that easily. That and the fact that it just literally walks, it literally walks up to you in the form of a talking dog. And then of course there's Molech Ball. This one, Peryite, you really got to go out of your way for it, though. So I frequently just, like, gloss over it. Hello?
Ah, a wanderer, yes. No, pilgrim, perhaps. You have come to commune with Peryite, Taskmaster, and Blighted Lord, yes?
I may have come to see Peryite, but I know not much about this daedric Lord. What can you tell me about him?
He is the pus in the wound. Oh, proper ones curl their noses, but it's pus that drinks foul humors and restores the blood. I worship Peryite, yes, because sometimes the world can only be cleansed by disease.
Cleansed by disease. So, Peryite is one of those daedric lords. How might one commune with him?
Not everyone has the stomach required to entreat, my lord. But Kesh likes you, friend. There is a way Peryite may speak to us, who will take him in. If you wish to commune with him, we'll need the incense.
Incense?
Yes, the incense. Fetch for me a deathbell flower, 1 silver ingot, a flawless ruby, and some vampire dust. Then I will show you how.
Well, hang on.
This one needs something?
I so happen to have all of the items you require.
Ah, have you? Let Kesh have them. Yes, this will create a fine fume. That should do. Now, inhale deeply. How can I assist?
Breathe deep, mortal. I would have you hear me well. So let these vapors fill your lungs.
What's happened? Have I been poisoned?
In a sense, but no more poison than a fool after too much wine.
All right. What do you wish, Peryite?
I have watched you for some time, you know. The decisions you've made intrigue me, and I wonder if you are the proper agent for a task of mine.
A task? What type of task?
I sent a blessing to Mundus, a wasting plague that infected a scattering of Breton villages. One of my monks, the elf Orchendor, was sent to gather these afflicted. He shepherded them into Bethardoms for me, but has since lost his way. I will not stand for betrayal. I want you to go to Bethardoms and kill Orchendor in my name.
And what has Orchendor done to deserve such judgment?
An impertinent question. The elf must die. Either carry out my will or do not. You are not the only mortal agent I could choose.
And what would I gain from this, Peryite? Why should I do your bidding?
The pettiness of mortals. I had almost forgotten. I can grant you a powerful token for this task. An escutcheon of Dwemer make, capable of shielding you from both the spell and sword. Return when the elf lies dead, and it will be yours.
So be it. I have heard your request, Peryite. Now let me go.
So you have, mortal. Go now. Kill Orchendor.
Kesh. Do you know an elf named Orchendor?
Orchendor? Kesh know him. He is an overseer, shepherd, gathers the afflicted, contains the festering wound. Orchendor and his afflicted are meant to stand ready, awaiting Peryite's command to cover the world with his blessing.
And where is Bethardoms?
Not far, not far. This one looks upon it on clear days. Look to the west, at the foot of the mountain. The dwarven ruins there. Bethardoms.
Thank you, Kesh. I have something to get done now.
All right, then.
God, disgusting. It's like these guys have been huffing their own vomit. Ugh. God, it's bad enough that they're puking on me whenever I walk up to them. Who knew that the afflicted would be so disgusting? It's bad enough to... Like, I'm... Hello, where did you guys come from? Douchebag. Ooh, is she wearing... I think she's wearing, you... Yeah, I think she's wearing elven armor there. Oh, God, I feel so unclean. Like, I've got some potions of, like, cure basic disease. And I feel like that won't even come close. I mean, it sounds like I've been infected with... It sounds like I've been hit by a frost spell. Ugh, God. Ugh. Oh, it gives me the willies. The heebis-jeebis. However you want to put it. These afflicted are disgusting. Sure enough, she had elven armor on her. Just the chest plate, though. Or, the cuirass. Oh, which is an interesting point. As far as, terminology goes. So, here's something that I don't know the legitimacy of it. I imagine that it's true because of the way by which the story came to me. My sister was in some college course, I don't remember what it was, but the professor was making a very fine, a fine point. It was either French or it was, God, I don't remember what it was, but it was the fact that the word what we call cuirass in English is French, and the actual technical pronunciation of it, historically at least, is literally queer ass. Like, I was like, you're kidding me, right? Like, that, isn't that supposed to be said cuirass or something like that because it's French? And she said, no, this was a big point that they made in the class. Evidently, it is literally supposed to be said like two separate words, queer and ass, just right next to each other. And I was like, that is... what? Huh? I mean, it's one of those moments where you're hearing a story and you're like, you're very incredulous, and it's like, that can't be true. I pass the story on whenever I can. And as a result, like, it's like the story has just influenced me, and I always say, oh, it's cuirass, you know? Because, God knows, I probably wouldn't get away with actually saying it, quote-unquote, properly, you know? It's a little bit like the word, and that and the fact that, you know, language changes. No one would know what the hell I was saying if I said it the quote-unquote proper way as well. It's a little bit like the word, culinary. Everybody says it culinary. If you look it up in the dictionary, the original pronunciation is culinary. But what the hell does it matter? I'm also probably coming off like an enormous, snooty asshole for even telling this story. So, it's really weird that that waterfall isn't giving off any sound. It actually feels eerie whenever there's water and you don't get like a water rushing sound in a dungeon. I'm really all over the place today with my stories, aren't I? Also, holy balls, is this freaking dungeon deep. It would be really, really nice if Vald hadn't gotten himself lost again, stuck on that bench all the way back there. Okay, I'm gonna need a summon for this one. I've been trying to avoid summoning, mostly because my conjuration is maxed out. And, oh my god, jeez. Talk about bad breath. My conjuration is maxed out, and the fastest way to max out my two-handed skill is literally to get in as many hits as possible. So the less I use my my summons, the better. I'm more or less relying on conjuration as a really emergency backup. Oh my god. You take out a centurion and you think that's gonna be it, but instead, two more tiny little spiders show up. You know, Jamora, you don't have an inventory to carry stuff for me, but you're a lot more reliable pathing-wise than any follower I've ever had, because you know what? Jeez. I can summon you wherever I need you, and you don't get, like, stuck on... You don't end up getting stuck on a gate or a step or something. And if you do, I just resummon you, and it's all... I think I just killed him there. I'd say sorry, but at the same time, he is mine. He is here to do my bidding. They? I don't know. Do Dramora, daedra... I've gotten a lot of back and forth about whether or not I'm saying that right. And I think that I say that a whole lot. Fact of the matter is that I think I've heard it said both daedra and daedra by characters in the game, so that it's like there's no one correct way to pronounce it. At least, like, if you're taking the voice acting as any sort of a cue. So, my God, this place is freaking huge. I had better be close to the end by now. Half of the dungeon is gonna get cut out at this rate, and I'm not gonna be able to put it in the episode. Although, admittedly, pretty much all Dwemer ruins are just that big. They're just that deep and that complicated. Is there anyone behind here? Any secret conversations for me to listen in on? Hello? Oh, crap. Hello? Oh, here we go. I finally found him. Chendor, you douchebag. Alright, there we go. This is what you get the paralysis. Crap. What the? How can he still warp away when he's paralyzed? That's not fair. Oh, crap. Come here. Die! Oh, come on. Here we go. I feel like that finishing move would be a lot more effective if I wore like an iron helmet with a spike on the front of it. Alright, well, he's dead now. Jeez, that was a really... This was a really deep and long dungeon run, and I'm not done yet either. Despite the fact that the dungeon itself is, like, super, super long and deep. What was it? Got creepy growths around here. Lost to the Ages, I think is the quest. Yeah, Lost to the Ages, where I went to Arkanthom's. I'm fairly certain, like, there was a mention in the journal about Bethardums. So, there should be, aha, here we go, loot chest, and a quick way out. But there should be another one of the Ethereum shards right around the corner from here. Pretty much maxed out. There we go. Charm necklace, so useful. I do need to actually make, like, a set of jewelry to carry around for the end of a dungeon. So it's like, yeah, now I can carry exponentially more equipment. There you are, Vald. Nice of you to join me now that I've left the damn dungeon. And there's nothing else for me to pick up. Criminy. Alright. Bethardums is done. I'm fairly certain that it's literally just right around the corner. It's probably this, like, this downward pointing arrow on my, my compass whenever I face northward. Yeah, see that one right there? To the left of the north, symbol on my compass, so. Whoop. Oh, wow, that took off a lot of health. Man, I tell you, I really like the rain. I live in a part of the United States where it does not rain a lot, so whenever it gets gloomy and overcast and it starts to rain, I feel very, very happy, because it's like, hey, no more sun. I get so much sun. It's really nice to get some rain. Rain is, like, problems with drought in this part of the country, basically, so. Sure enough, this looks good. Like I've said before, I've never actually finished Lost to the Ages. Like, I know about the quest, I know what you get out of it, but I've never actually done the full-out quest. And it was because, if I'm not mistaken, Lost to the Ages was added with the Dawnguard DLC. And by the time they started putting out the DLC and stuff, and the expansion pack material, I was done with Skyrim. I had played it so thoroughly. Seems to be the case with a lot of DLCs for me. What type of... I can't seem to look at this sword. Crap, man. That is a really slow to open and close chest, too. Okay, good. I didn't lose Vald. Where the heck is this shard? Oh, here we go. Well.
Beat me to it this time. That's what, your third? All right, only one left to go. I'll meet you there.
What the... Oh, God. That's creepy. It's like I got a ghost stalking me now. Jeez. Well, now I know that if I ever come back and play Skyrim on my own time, I'll definitely grab this shard before I meet Katria. That's creepy. Ugh. It's like she's following me around. Anyways, so that's 3 shards. There should be just one more, and then I think it's going straight for the forge after that. So, I do have to answer the question of what I'm going to do after this, because I think this might be the last quest for me to really get done in the Reach for now. And, ooh, hey, that's a Spriggan. Let's capture its soul. What exactly is a Spriggan anyway? Does it have a soul? Like, I know that it's basically a forest spirit. Also, ugh, did my voice just crack there? God, that happens so infrequently. Spriggan got into it with a Hagraven. I have to figure out what to do after this. There's a really good... I think... You know, I should probably head back to the Shrine of Azura or Winterhold with the broken black star in my inventory. I've kind of avoided that for a while, and I really am just kind of chasing down the daedric quest at this point. So, why not, you know, get the Azura star sorted out. And then, once that's done, I don't know, I also need to, I need to go back to the College of Winterhold, and, like, I've picked up a lot of ebony equipment, and I've picked up a lot of, especially after going through Bethardums, I've picked up a lot of, Centurion dynamo cores, so, I can make a lot of daedric equipment now, so, I could do with going back to my house. I could do with enchanting a new set of stuff. I could do with, ooh, was that a bear? Oh, it's too far away for it to follow me. Yeah, I could make a new set of enchanted equipment. I can do some work at the Atronach Forge. I mean, that seems a reasonable thing for me to do next. Skyrim, it's so big, you have to plan out what you're gonna do. Ah, Otherwise you get lost.
Need something?
Kesh, how might I commune with Peryite once more?
The vapors are waning, but not yet gone. Take a breath. Peryite will speak if he sees fit.
Perfect. Thank you.
May you walk on warm sands.
Huh? Oh, Vald, jeez. You won't warp to me in the dungeon, but you do here.
Well done, mortal. All things are in their order, and Orchendor roams the pits. His betrayal will be punished, and your obedience is rewarded.
Do not revel in this moment, Peryite. I do not relish being your puppet.
And yet, you have done my bidding. Why, I wonder.
Why? You need not ask. What will become of the afflicted, though?
Did you leave any alive? The afflicted are mere vessels for my blessing. It will spread to others through their touch and my own. Another overseer will replace Orchendor when the time comes. For now, all is cleansed and ordered.
And what's next? What happens now?
Go, seek your fate. I will be watching. And perhaps we will meet again afterwards.
Very well then, Peryite. I leave you.
Embrace order and hard truth, mortal. Goodbye.
Oh, well. There's another daedra lord down. I should really take a tally of how many I've gone through. Anyways, it's time for me to head out. I'm gonna go back to Winstead Manor. I really need to go and, like, work on my house a bit more. And there's also materials I need to grab. After that, it's probably back to Winterhold to pick up a couple of extra quests.